My topic is consumer to business, C2B, marketing and detail explain, and let's go to the topic and let's go to the start. Consumer to business, or C2B, differs from other e-commerce models because it's the consumers who create value for a product or business. In the traditional business-to-consumer e-commerce model, businesses sell products or services directly to consumers. With C2B, consumers offer products or services to businesses in exchange for payment or other benefits. The C2B model sometimes caters to independent workers and freelancers who accomplish paid tasks for a business. Independent workers are people who offer their services or products on a website specifically created for the purpose of C2B e-commerce. They interact with the businesses and negotiate their own deals on their own terms. Freelancers are people who sell products or provide services, mostly on C2B e-commerce websites specifically designed for freelancers. They make up the majority of C2B workers. Businesses go to C2B online platforms to look for skilled service providers or unique product sellers, then hire independent workers or freelancers who meet their needs. The platform is sometimes a third party that charges a commission for connecting the sellers with the businesses. Consumer to business, C2B, is a business model where an end user or consumer makes a product or service that an organization uses to complete a business process or gain competitive advantage. The C2B methodology completely transposes the traditional business-to-consumer (B2C) model, where a business produces services and products for consumer consumption. The C2B approach evolved from the growth of popular consumer-generated media and content across different consumer segments, such as websites, blogs, podcasts, videos and social networks. In the C2B model, a consumer provides a business with a fee-based opportunity to market a product or service on the consumer's website or blog. In this type of relationship, a website owner is paid to review the product or service through blog posts, videos or podcasts. In most cases, paid advertisement space is also available on the consumer website. Consumer to business, C2B, is a business model in which consumers, individuals, create value and businesses consume that value. For example, when a consumer writes reviews or when a consumer gives a useful idea for new product development, then that consumer is creating value for the business if the business adopts the input. In the C2B model, a reverse auction or demand collection model enables buyers to name or demand their own price, which is often binding, for a specific good or service. Inside of a consumer-to-business market, the roles involved in the transaction must be established and the consumer must offer something of value to the business. Another form of C2B is the electronic commerce business model, in which consumers can offer products and services to companies, and the companies pay the consumers. This business model is a complete reversal of the traditional business model in which companies offer goods and services to consumers, business to consumer B2C. We can see the C2B model at work in blogs or internet forums in which the author offers a link back to an online business, thereby facilitating the purchase of a product, like a book on Amazon.com, for which the author might receive affiliate revenues from a successful sale. Elance was the first C2B model e-commerce site. C2B stands for consumer to business, and is used to describe a business model where consumers deliver value to a business rather than vice versa, as in a B2C, business to consumer, model. Examples of C2B models include referral programs, paid testimonials, or data sharing. B2B and B2C are likely in your marketing vocabulary. But the consumer-to-business or C2B model is a relatively new approach gaining momentum. The C2B strategy gets consumers to provide services or products that appeal to businesses, rather than companies providing something to the consumer as we're used to seeing with B2C and other marketing models. A consumer-to-business model, or C2B, is a type of commerce where a consumer or end user provides a product or service to an organization. C2B businesses focus on generating value from their customer base by crowdsourcing ideas, soliciting feedback and more. Google AdSense and Shutterstock are some real-world examples of C2B services. Market research and audience engagement are key for C2B businesses. This article is for small business owners who want to engage their audience to develop new ideas while improving products and services and building brand loyalty. In contrast to the more traditional business-to-consumer (B2C) model, the consumer-to-business (C2B) model allows businesses to extract value from consumers, and vice versa. Here's a look at how C2B business models work and why you may want to start a C2B business. In the C2B model, businesses profit from consumers' willingness to name their own price or contribute data or marketing to the company, while consumers profit from flexibility, direct payment, or free or reduced price products and services. Brent Walker, former Executive Vice President and CMO of C2B Solutions, said C2B's distinguishing feature is the value customers bring to the company. This could involve consumers co-creating ideas, product or service concepts, and solutions with the company through social media, Walker told Business News Daily. C2B can also mean that a business brings consumer insights and consumer-centric solutions to another business as its primary service or value-added offering. C2B business models include reverse auctions, in which customers name their price for a product or service they wish to buy, and when a consumer provides a business with a fee-based opportunity to market the business's products on the consumer's blog. For example, food companies may ask food bloggers to include a new product in a recipe and review it for their readers. Free products or direct payment may incentivize YouTube reviews. C2B could also include paid advertisement space on the consumer's website. Consumer-to-business is a business model that entails a customer making a product that a brand uses to get a competitive advantage. It includes consumer-generated blogs, websites, videos, and social media posts that help a company accomplish specific tasks, enhance its business wellness, and reach its defined goals. In the C2B model, everything revolves around two parties, a consumer and a business. In this scenario, a customer can have a product that might attract a company, for example, a blog, website, or account with a large following for which the consumer can create reviews, videos, or social media posts. This person can market a brand's product for free or for a certain fee. A consumer can write a review or share a company's product with a large following to get paid. Customer loyalty, brand awareness, cheap advertising, product development insights, better relationships with customers, higher revenue, trust and credibility. Consumer-to-business and business-to-consumer are two different business models that can sometimes confuse readers. That's why we'll uncover their main features to make this difference clear. C2B is a business model in which a consumer becomes a product or service provider for a certain company. This person often has a certain talent and tools that can help promote someone's business. Companies pay this customer a certain amount of money for the services rendered. Such services include writing reviews for personal blogs or websites, sharing posts on social media, creating photos and videos. The primary goal is to get closer to the brand's audience and effectively promote and sell its product. Let's take food brands, for example. A company can find a food blogger and ask this person to promote the brand's new seasoning in the blogger's next video. If the influencer agrees, then the brand has to pay for the advertising. The company can provide the food blogger with free products or pay a certain fee. B2C is a business model in which companies sell directly to consumers, which means there is no need for a mediator. Customers can visit a company's website, choose a product, and have it delivered within days or weeks. The B2C model has lots of advantages, as customers from remote areas can buy products they need online at a lower cost. For example, Amazon sells directly to customers via the internet. A customer selects a seller and delivery option and receives their ordered product. Now when the difference between these two terms is clear, let's proceed to the next section to explore more examples of the customer-to-business model. There are many excellent examples of the C2B model. They include paid testimonials and reviews, data sharing, and referral programs. Since the freelance market is increasing rapidly, companies can make use of freelance experts. For instance, Copywriters can create compelling copies and post them on their blogs, sites, and social media profiles for an arranged fee. Brands in the photography industry need professional photographers to get some unusual, unique, and fascinating images. They include Shutterstock and Unsplash, companies that exist thanks to user-generated content. Freelance photographers help them thrive and boost their revenue. Another great example is a customer who receives a free sample of a product in exchange for a post on their personal social media account, which brings benefits to both parties. A customer gets a long-awaited product, and a brand gets a great review. The term business to consumer, B2C, refers to the process of selling products and services directly between a business and consumers who are the end users of its products or services. Most companies that sell directly to consumers can be referred to as B2C companies. B2C became immensely popular during the dot-com boom of the late 1990s when it was mainly used to refer to online retailers who sold products and services to consumers through the Internet. As a business model, business-to-consumer differs significantly from the business-to-business (B2B) model, which refers to commerce between two or more businesses. Business-to-consumer refers to the process of businesses selling products and services directly to consumers, with no middle person. B2C typically refers to online retailers who sell products and services to consumers through the Internet. Online B2C became a threat to traditional retailers, who profited from adding a markup to the price. However, companies like Amazon, eBay, and Priceline have thrived, ultimately becoming industry disruptors. Business-to-consumer, B2C, is among the most popular and widely known sales models. Michael Aldrich first utilized the idea of B2C in 1979, who used television as the primary medium to reach out to consumers. B2C traditionally referred to mall shopping, eating out at restaurants, pay-per-view movies, and infomercials. However, the rise of the Internet created a whole new B2C business channel in the form of e-commerce or selling goods and services over the Internet. Although many B2C companies fell victim to the subsequent dot-com bust as investor interest in the sector dwindled and venture capital funding dried up, B2C leaders such as Amazon and Priceline survived the shakeout and have since seen tremendous success. Any business that relies on B2C sales must maintain good relations with their customers to ensure they return. Unlike business-to-business, B2B, whose marketing campaigns are geared to demonstrate the value of a product or service, companies that rely on B2C usually elicit an emotional response to their marketing and their customers. Traditionally, many manufacturers sold their products to retailers with physical locations. Retailers made profits on the markup they added to the price paid to the manufacturer. But that changed once the Internet came. New businesses arose that promised to sell directly to the consumer, thus cutting out the middle person, the retailer, and lowering prices. During the bust of the dot-com boom in the 1990s, businesses fought to secure a web presence. Many retailers were forced to shut their doors and went out of business. Decades after the dot-com revolution, B2C companies with a web presence continue to dominate over their traditional brick-and-mortar competitors. Companies such as Amazon, Priceline, and eBay are survivors of the early dot-com boom. They have gone on to expand upon their early success to become industry disruptors. B2C, or business-to-consumer, is a retail model where products or services move directly from a business to the end user who has purchased the goods or services for personal use. It is often contrasted with the business-to-business (B2B) model, which involves exchanging goods and services between businesses instead of between businesses and consumers. The B2C business model applies to any business transaction where the consumer directly receives goods or services, such as small businesses and entrepreneurs, retail stores, restaurants and doctors' offices. B2C most often refers to e-commerce businesses, which use online platforms to connect their products with consumers. Some B2C businesses use their platforms to market and sell their own products, others connect buyers to sellers, using content traffic to sell advertising spaces or restricting content to paid subscriptions. Popular B2C companies include Amazon, eBay, Meta, Netflix, The New York Times Company and Uber. B2C businesses sell goods and services directly to consumers. A consumer is an end user who buys a product or service for personal use. Though many businesses sell their own products, this is not a requirement for the B2C model. Many B2C companies resell other businesses' products. A B2C retail experience can be shopping at a local grocery store or buying new headphones from the Apple online retail store. A B2C service experience can be a visit to the doctor, treatments at a hair or nail salon, a meal at a restaurant, or a ride purchased with the Uber app. Direct sellers. This is the most common model in which people buy goods from online retailers. These may include manufacturers or small businesses or simply online versions of department stores that sell products from different manufacturers. Online intermediaries. These are liaisons or go-betweens who don't actually own products or services that put buyers and sellers together. Sites like Expedia, Trivago, and Etsy fall into this category. Advertising-based B2C. This model uses free content to get visitors to a website. Those visitors, in turn, come across digital or online ads. Large volumes of web traffic are used to sell advertising, which sells goods and services. One example is media sites like HuffPost, a high-traffic site that mixes advertising with its native content. Community-based. Sites like Meta, formerly Facebook, which build online communities based on shared interests, help marketers and advertisers promote their products directly to consumers. Websites typically target ads based on users' demographics and geographical location. 5. Fee-based. Direct-to-consumer sites like Netflix charge a fee so consumers can access their content. The site may also offer free but limited content while charging for most of it. The New York Times and other large newspapers often use a fee-based B2C business model. Consumer-to-business, C2B, is a model of commerce in which the final users of a product, i.e., consumers, provide business entities or organizations with various goods and services. The purpose of the C2B model is to get businesses to produce goods and services that appeal to the consumers. Unlike the traditional business-to-consumer, B2C, model, where businesses sell to consumers, the C2B model involves consumers selling to businesses. Through solicitation of consumer feedback and sourcing ideas from crowds, C2B businesses are able to provide high-value goods and services. The C2B marketing strategy has several potential benefits, including increased customer insight, increased sales, and better exposure. A review is an evaluation of a product or service with respect to its merits and demerits. Most C2B reviews are done online. Thus, they live forever. Online reviews can either uplift or bring down a business instantly. Some consumers rely on consumer reviews to help them decide whether to purchase a particular product or service. A product with lots of positive reviews is more likely to be sought after, while consumers tend to shy away from products with poor reviews. Positive reviews increase the likelihood of customers purchasing particular goods from various businesses. Some of the major platforms where people leave reviews include TripAdvisor, Yelp, Amazon, etc. A C2B, or consumer-to-business, website is the opposite of what most of us are accustomed to, business-to-consumer, or B2C, when we log online to make a purchase. We generally expect a host of e-commerce websites offering loads of products and services that we can choose from, add to our cart, and then check out and await delivery to our home. C2B flips that entire concept on its head. C2B is when consumers have products or services of value that can be consumed by businesses. The C represents the consumer, while the B represents business. In this model, it's not consumers investing money in something, but the organization. You're probably asking yourself, how is that possible? Companies like Amazon, Walmart, and eBay aren't paying you for something you're selling. Maybe not, if you look at selling as a tangible exchange of goods or services for money. But what about that blog post you wrote for the free sample you received? The focus group you participated in for that new soda? Now you're seeing the possibilities. Of course, it could be a tangible product as well, so let's not rule that out. Companies like Shutterstock rely on user photos, and the freelance site Fiverr features all kinds of user-provided services like copywriting and sound effects for businesses looking for a little extra help in some area. In short, C2B provides businesses with something they need or want from consumers, whether it's a press release written by an expert or valuable feedback on a new product. Thank you for watching the video and subscribe the channel.